Hello, this is Professor Glass. We're going to show you how to connect to our servers using MobaXTerm and run commands in the shell. So we're presuming that you've downloaded MobaXTerm and started it. It should look something like this. If you extracted the zip file and double-clicked, then you would get something like this, or if you installed it and then ran it, you would get something like this. Notice that I'm running the non-paid unregistered version. That should be fine. There's very little that the paid version does that we would need for a class like this. Maybe nothing. So you should be happy with this. So the main idea is, after you do this, you'll click Start Local Terminal, and this will give you a terminal window, just like we saw for the demonstration for the lab. And this is a terminal window running on your local computer, or in this case on my local computer. And you can type shell commands right here running on your local computer. The particular shell command we're going to type is called SSH. There's the command. And then we have to give it some arguments. And the arguments we're going to give it are your username that you use for logging into Blackboard and other kinds of VU stuff. Here, mine is mglass. Not Michael.glass, it's the short one. And then you put an @ and then the name of the server, the network address of the server that you're going to connect to, which is going to be gem125.valpo.edu. So just type that. There are command line switches we could put on that, but we don't need them for this lab. And if you hit enter, you'll find it comes back, and it should ask you for a password. Now when you type your password, is this your same VU password? Notice that it's not moving the cursor or typing dots or anything. Just type your password and hit enter, and it will work. This freaks out some students. They think the program isn't listening to them because it looks dead, but actually it's happy. So you'll get some message like this explaining that you've logged in. You'll notice here on the bottom is our prompt like we showed you before. It's waiting for you to type some commands. And there's a lot of stuff on the screen, and you remember at the end of the lab explanation I showed you how you could clear your screen by typing the word clear, the command clear. So let's just do that. And now we have a terminal window again. We're talking to the shell, we're talking to it on Gem125, and we have a prompt, so it's waiting. You will have a lab, like here is a lab exercise. It says runs a command to show how long it has been since the server rebooted. And we've seen that. That's part of your lab. So here was uptime. And I'm going to, and it shows you how long it's been up. It's been up about 10 days and 16 minutes. The next job you're going to have is to copy-paste that into your lab, right? So the Control-C doesn't do what you want. We can select here, and the act of selecting in MobaXTerm copies. So I selected the command and the output, and that's copied. If I type Control-C, it doesn't copy. I'll do that right now. It just gave me more prompts. Control-C is actually cancels programs here, but just selecting. And now I'll bring up my lab exercise and I'll paste. That's a normal Control-V. And there it is. Spread it out a little bit to make it more visible. And that's basically what you need to do for these labs, is to log in and copy, do the commands and copy paste them out. Let me point out that the common switch is -H. And notice that we have a couple of different versions of that. And here's the pretty version of uptime. Let's just try it. And the command switch was -P. See that over there? And now instead of saying it's up 10 days and so on, it says it's up 1 week, 3 days, and so many minutes. So if we want, we could paste that, copy it right like that, just by selecting it. Go back to our document, paste it in, and there we are. When you're all done, you can just, click X to stop it. Generally speaking, you'll type exit or log out from a remote terminal session, a remote shell session. So I'll do that here. It says connection is closed, and then we close the tab, which would have closed the connection anyway, and we're done. Okay, thank you.